Alright, so I got my winch cable out. I did end up having my snake and tongs and snake and cable in the bed of my truck. I kind of leave them in there, and I forgot about it. So I've got I ended up changing my winch cable out to a rope, one of them synthetic ropes, and I use my cable that was in it now for going up in the tree and actually pulling, because I've got that other winch at the house that's got the receiver in it, so I can have one on the front of my truck and one on the back reese hitch, pulling that one cable if I got a tree that really needs to be tugged, you know. I try to set y'all up where y'all can kind of see me pulling it. Takes a little work sometimes, but like I say, if you ain't got equipment, 20 logs, that was going to be a lot of money. And then, yeah, I had to go rent because around here you can, at the New Holland dealership, you can rent a skid steer for about $100 a day. A little more, including the insurance and tax, but. Well, my phone shut off. I don't know what the deal is with that stupid thing, but I've got that big log about halfway there, and it pulled it fine. I dug up quite a bit of dirt. I don't know how much of it I caught on film. I did a lot of talking, a lot of all this and that, and didn't even know it wasn't recording, but it pulls it fine. I mean, it grunts it. I put some blocks in there in case I didn't say it, or in case nobody caught it, or the camera didn't catch it when I was talking about it and didn't realize it. I put scotches under my tires, the back tires, to keep it from putting a bind so much on my truck, because if I let off that thing, my truck moves a lot when you go to tightening and all that. See it moving when it pulls it. If I didn't have them scotches, it'd be moving a whole lot more than that, and then I guess it's hurting whatever keeps you still while you're in park, you know, the drive shaft, the rear end, the axles, transmission. It could have some wear on, all that. So I do scotch the tires. I forgot to do it the first two logs, those little logs, but then I thought with them big ones I better do it. And I like the rope because the rope's easier to work with. Is it as tough as the cable? I have no idea. You know, it may get frayed and snap, but it's a whole lot easier to pull out. It's a whole lot easier to pull in. And the reason why I'm free spooling that and pulling it by hand, I could use the controls, and it's harder on me to pull it, but it's faster for one, and for two, it don't get the motor of the winch so hot. If you use it in and out both ways to let it in and then drag something back in, by the time you got it out to where you're going 100 foot, that motor's already warm, and then you put a strain on it. So that's why I like that. But I like the rope also because if it was to snap, you ain't got metal cable coming at you. You know, you got a light synthetic rope coming at you, which probably would hurt, but probably not be as deadly as the cable. But yeah, I like the winch. The winch does good. And the reason why y'all see me on these drags, go down there and let some out and then spool it back up about halfway, because when I got so much weight on that, it even happened when I had the cable on it too. The cable didn't keep it in track, but I guess if it was bigger diameter cable or rope, it would keep itself spooling right, but it'll bunch up on one side when you got a lot of weight pulling to one side. And all of y'all that used winch before probably know that, but I'm just letting people know if they ain't never messed with a winch much, then that's why I'm doing it, because it don't matter if I had the cable that come on the winch on there, it would still bunch up on one side. And that cable on the winch spool bird's nest so bad, if you don't keep a lot of weight when you're reeling it back in or pulling it out, even tension on it when you're pulling it back out, it'll bird's nest in there, and then it's harder than hell to drag back out. So anyhow, that thing's digging some dirt, but we're getting it down through there. I'll have to fix the yard a little bit, but I got to get them down there, so you know, it's one of them deals. But that's the biggest log that I've got here, you know, the biggest one I've cut. See how much my truck just reeled back? So it's about, in case y'all didn't catch the last part of it, it's about 28 bark to bark. It's about 26 and a half, 27, something like that. Just wood, you know, I measured it with my Hudson Forest log scale ruler. So anyhow, I'm gonna drag the last two, and that's probably gonna be a wrap for me for the day, because I gotta do some stuff this afternoon. I haven't been here that long. I got a lot of wood cut up and a lot of stuff done, and just a few hours, a minute ago when I told you it was 2, it was actually like 15 minutes till 2. It's let me look at my phone. It's 15 after 3 right now, so it ain't that bad, and it's warmed up tremendously. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, so I may come back tomorrow and do some more. But that's how I move along. That's how I load them on the trailer. I'll get some ramps on that trailer and back up to it, and I'll keep my ramps on the pavement where it'll be up. And as that log hops up on that, I'm wanting to get me a steel plate to make it easier, because I have been using just a piece of plywood and it kind of slides. I want to make me a ramp out of sheet metal, like some steel, maybe 1/4 inch steel, and then bolt it in the end of my groove where the ramp set at the end of the trailer, and put some bolts in it so it can't pop up, and then that log will just slide up on it. Like I say, this is slow. You know, if I had a piece of equipment out here, you know, I could get this done, and I'd had them down there in 10 minutes, where it took me probably 20 minutes to do all that, 30 minutes, whatever. But there again, you know, the brand new skid steer, the one I looked at the New Holland dealer, it was a Kubota, which it was about the top of the line. I think he said it was like 110 grand. And if I done it full time, I would be interested in something like that. I mean, I'm not going to buy no 110 grand one, but I'd get a good used one, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to share all this with you. This is normally how I do stuff, so